Hello and welcome to a new series of Bannerlord where we utilize Calradia Expanded and Banner Kings to have a whole bunch of fun. Anyway, we're going to be starting with the Sturgian culture here. I'm going to be randomizing a whole bunch. Let's try and get something that doesn't look so incredibly terrible. And we're going to be focusing quite a bit on thrown weapons as well as two-handed. As you know me, I do very much enjoy using thrown weapons. I think thrown weapons are some of the most fun that you can have in this game, but apart from that, we are going to be attempting to experience all that Banner Kings has to offer because it very much deepens gameplay, and I'm actually looking forward to it quite a bit to see what kind of features they have added. We're going to be starting at age 30. It seems like a pretty decent age to begin, and we are also utilizing Cultured Start. If you would like to take a look at the mod list, there is an extensive amount down in the description, a whole bunch of different links as well to the mods, download pages and all that wonderful stuff. And I just gotta say thank you very much to the modding community, because the modding community is just pulling out all the stops every single time. They have just improved, or shall we say, from my perspective, improved the gameplay experience by such a staggering margin. It really is super fun. Anyway, I'm deciding between a budding caravaneer, with what savings you could muster you purchased some mules and mercenaries, or in a failing mercenary company. With men deserting over lack of wages, your company leader was found dead, and you decided to take your chance and lead. I'm actually thinking in a failing mercenary company might be the hardest start for us, so I'm thinking we might go for that. A looter lowlife would also be very difficult. An escaped prisoner of a Lord of Sturgia, as you can see, a poor prisoner of petty crimes who managed to break their shackles with a rock and fled. I have no idea what kind of gear you're going to have at that point, but I guess we'll go with the failing mercenary company. It seems like we're going to have some money issues almost instantly, so that might be quite interesting to see if we can survive. Anyway, we're also going to be starting in a completely random city, and I am going to be selecting this sigil right here and this like so, and we're going to be calling ourselves King Lording. Yo, yes. No, nothing like that. His name is going to be Kurt as well. And we're going to be starting with the Bannerlord preset, as well as auto-allocate clan member perks on, and otherwise, let's begin. Alright, where have we started? Okay, oh dear. Yeah, this is obviously probably one of the worst places I could start, which is Khuzait territory. I am a Sturgian, basically, in a place where they have a massive amount of horses. This is going to be... maybe it's not going to be that difficult, because there is an escort merchant caravan quest. Okay. Let's do our best, shall we? Alright, so what do I have available to me? I have a spear, I have a sword, I have a decent piece of body armor, some decent gloves, but otherwise I don't have a cloak or a helm. I don't have a horse. It would be very advantageous if I had a little bit of riding skill, but unfortunately I don't. That was all due to my starting choices, of course, so we're going to have to do something about that in due time. But anyway, I'm going to buy some grain and some butter. It's going to cost me quite a bit, but I am going to need that food to be able to maintain my army as it is, because I do have a small army right now. Anyway, let's take a look here. You deal 40% more damage with thrown weapons against shields, or increase your drawing speed. I like drawing speed, so that's what we're going to go for. I'm also going to be increasing my riding skill a little bit and increasing my athletics a little bit as well, and we'll also go for some endurance. Now, I have also installed this new mod called Leveling Rebalanced. In my opinion, probably one of the most exciting mods that I have installed recently, apart from Banner Kings, of course, and a variety of others that I found. And Leveling Rebalanced basically makes it so that the leveling system is not going to take you forever to reach 300 skill points, and I'm not actually utilizing Chaos's Tweaks in such a prominent role this time, because Chaos's Tweaks was usually the thing that I would pretty much turn to every single time I needed something in terms of my experience gain. But now, leveling rebalanced is going to be doing that for me. Anyway, let's escort the merchant caravan. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, we'll just do this. There we go. 200 per day. I don't have any money at all. And we are traveling to that town over there. Oh, I've also gained a level. Oh, okay. Gained a level already. Okay, I'm going to go for another point in athletics. I want to try and level my athletics really, really fast because we don't obviously have a horse at the moment. But when we do have a horse, it's probably going to be a case of me switching over to that. Now, this series is not really going to have any specific theme as such. I'm not really aiming for any specific theme because obviously it has a wide variety of other things that we have to deal with, like for example this very difficult start because I have 0 morale and 0 money. So this is very, very interesting, and I'm not sure whether I'm even going to be able to continue here, but let's see what happens. Do I have the ability to ride these camels? I do. Okay. Okay, I should have spec'd a little bit into riding skill then, shouldn't I? Oh dear. Okay, well, never mind, never mind. We have randomized units as well, as far as I'm aware, so that's actually kind of interesting. Because one of my test runs that I had, I started with a Variag Veteran, and as you know, Variag Veterans, they're pretty good, you know, they're quite nice in comparison to what you would normally be seeing. And, oh no. What do I even have here, by the way? It seems like I have a Sturgian Archer. I'm not sure who else I have. Let's tell my forces to charge in, because it seems like otherwise we're just going to get picked off consistently by the opponent. They seem to have way too much mobility for my liking. And, oh yeah, you also have to bear in mind that we do not have HP per level installed either. That basically means that every single person is going to be taking a lot more damage, is going to die a lot faster, and so on. So I'm going to be very interested to see how that goes too. Oh, there's a horse. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Camel. I very much appreciate you allowing me to... Oh. Okay, hello, Mr. Camel. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm sure he was worried. Not. Yes, he was certainly worried about me. Not at all. Okay. Well, whatever the case, hopefully I can level up my riding skill. Has my riding skill actually leveled up at all? Because, as far as I'm aware, I don't think it has. Oh, I really wish I could hit someone. Oh, I really, really wish I could hit someone. Please. Okay, come on. Yes. Oh, yes, it has leveled up. Okay, I only need one more point to be able to use a regular horse. Yes, there we go. Okay, so now I can use one of these horses. Fantastic. That's going to immediately upgrade my speed. Oh, that horse is dead. Well, that's obviously not very good, is it? Okay, come on then. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this horse is almost dead, but hopefully it's going to provide me just that little bit of extra speed increase that we need to be able to prevail in this first battle. This is literally do or die right now. Really, it is. And I usually say that in certain moments where I think to myself, well, if I'm defeated, at least I have $1 million in the bank, or whatever, because at that point I've probably, you know, earned a pretty significant amount of cash. But this is right at the start. If I'm defeated here, I lose everything. I have nothing. You know, I have nothing. I don't even have any loot to fall back on. I don't have any money to fall back on, and generally I have no units either, because obviously if I'm defeated, then, well, that's it. That's game over, pretty much. Anyway, we do have one Sturgian Archer right there, and otherwise we have some militia and various other recruits and everything, and that's it. That's basically what we have. Anyway, I do have a horse and a harness. Fantastic to be able to see that. Very good. Now, do I... no, I don't want to use a bow, do I? No, I don't want to use a bow. Okay, did I level up, by the way, in that particular fight? I very much hope I did. If I didn't, then, well, that's just how it has to be. But hopefully I didn't. Okay, never mind, never mind. Okay, hopefully I can at least sell my loot. Yes, just about made it there in time. Okay, so we can sell all of this. There we go. I should probably buy some more food, shouldn't I? I mean, I guess, kind of. I don't. Do I have enough money to be able to do this? That's the question. Barely. I'm trying to buy a variety of food so that my forces gain morale from food variety as well, because obviously that is a pretty big deal. Anyway, let me ransom my prisoners right now. Also, Banner Kings changes how companions work as well. It's actually a very, very clever way of doing it, in my opinion. This is kind of how a variety of mods in Warband used to do it, and I very much approve of the changes, because in Bannerlord, when you go up to a companion, usually they're going to be about, I don't know, 300 to 600 gold, most of them. Whereas these companions, it's very different. Like, for example, let's say that I want to speak to this guy. Hello there, sir. Yeah. He's asking for 3,000. You know the reason why he's asking for 3,000? Yeah, it's because he has some pretty decent stats and, as far as I'm aware at least, pretty decent gear. I actually have no idea whether he has any gear or not. But, yeah. So I actually kind of like that. I like the fact that they're putting more of an emphasis on companions and making it so that companions are a little bit more impactful, because as I've said in previous series, I didn't really feel as though companions were having that much impact. So this is actually super nice, at least in my opinion. Anyway, there's this Banner Kings thing here. There's a little option in the menu. What you can do is you can serve as a guard here. That basically improves your polearm skill, or at least in my case beforehand when I was doing my tests, I increased my polearm skill and I gained 45 gold, which obviously, admittedly, is not very good, but you never know, maybe other activities are going to get you better rewards or what have you, so yeah. Anyway, we now have the next fight. Okay, let's level up these forces right here. Okay, so we want to level all of these up into Sturgian Warriors, Sturgian Soldier, there we go. We want to get as many infantry as possible. That is what we want to do. Okay, let's do this. There's another mod that I actually wanted to install, which is something that adds torches to you and your units in nighttime battles. I'm actually not entirely sure how that is supposed to work if you have a shield or whatever, but I think that could actually be super fun and very atmospheric. So I'm thinking I might install that as well. I'm not sure on the name of it just yet, but it was in the in one of the trending mods of the last, I think, 30 days or something like that. So I'm actually looking forward to trying that out, potentially. Not entirely sure if I will install it at the moment, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get my forces a little bit closer to the opponent. I do have super fast mode too. Who are these guys? These guys are not mine. Okay, so I'm not commanding these fellows right now, so if they do run into the opponent, then... well... what a classic. What a classic. Okay, well, I don't think I need to worry too much. Right? I mean, let's hope. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Super worried at that exact moment, really. Very, very worried. But that's the kind of thing that can happen if you have a very slow horse and you charge into someone that has a polearm. Yeah. They can really do a massive amount of damage to you without really trying too hard. Okay, so what else do we want to do here? Oh yeah, I think I actually forgot. Did I forget party screen enhancements, by the way? I think I'm actually not entirely sure. I might have forgotten party screen enhancements, but well, doesn't matter. I can always install it later on. At least I hope so. Anyway, there we go. Sturgian Soldier, and we also have a Sturgian Line Breaker here as well. Oh yeah, that's going to do some massive damage. Looking forward to that. And there we have it. Got some more loot there. And we are now going to be going into the town. Please don't let there be another... Oh, they're deserting. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're deserting, to be honest, because we are gaining morale back, which is decent, but I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, considering the morale has been pretty bad for the last, I don't even know how many days, but yeah. Anyway, let's just gain that back, and we do have another task to escort another merchant caravan. Yeah, unfortunately won't be able to do that. Okay, so is there anything else? Yeah, I can ransom some prisoners right here. I'm basically just gonna wait outside, I suppose, for the caravan. Okay, we're traveling to Cyronea. Let's hope it goes well. Alright, so it seems like our friend Korot the Tanner has gotten himself into a spot of bother. So I'm just going to take a quick look at Kurt here. As you can see, he actually does have a level up to spend, and I believe we are going to be gaining 1 attribute point every 2 levels instead of every 4 levels, as far as I'm aware, because by default you gain 1 attribute point every 4 levels, as far as I know. I haven't obviously played without any mods for a very, very long time, so I'm just kind of recanting what I have seen and heard from other people. So anyway, I'm going to continue increasing our endurance here. I would like to try and max out our riding skill. I have 97% in my HP now. Thankfully, there were no other attacks until now. So hopefully this is going to work quite nicely for me here. And hopefully we're not going to take too much damage. The enemy, I don't think, has too much... Oh, they do have pole arms. Okay. Well, I guess the only thing we can do is try. Try is the operative word here. Let's do this. Gonna tell my forces to charge in. I mean, what else can they do? Otherwise, they're just gonna be standing around doing not much. Nice damage, Kurt. Very nice. Oh, I was actually very surprised right there. Really didn't expect him to get any kills whatsoever, especially riding on this horse. Well, so far, it's actually not going too badly, and bear in mind that if we are able to achieve victory here, my wages will be paid for a pretty significant period of time, which is actually super nice. That means that I might be able to get a bit of breathing space. I might be able to dedicate a little bit of time to potentially doing a tournament, because tournaments... they're going to be very, very lucrative for me, but that's the thing. Do I get the chance? You know, do I get the chance to do that? Well, that's the big thing here. You know, if I get the chance to do it, then I think I'll probably be able to achieve victory, maybe. But that is obviously a very big maybe in that case as well. But I think I'm pretty positive that I might do okay there. But I don't know. It's a bit iffy at the moment, especially considering these enemies are absolutely chunking me at the moment, and they are indeed doing a lot of damage to my own forces too, so that is obviously not very nice of them, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so the one thing that we need to do is, I think, probably get a workshop up and running. I might install a mod that increases the amount that workshops give, but I'm not entirely sure whether I really want to do that just yet, because as I kind of wanted to do, with the exception of the leveling rebalance mod, I actually wanted to have a somewhat, shall we say, unmodded style of gameplay, with the exception of Bannerkings, of course, as well, because that generally will, I don't know, it feels, shall we say, a little bit more hardcore, I guess you could say, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do something about that. And I think I did actually forget party screen enhancements. Can't believe I don't know why I forgot that. Seems like that's what I forgot, because here's the thing. I was actually trying to install another mod for a better part of a day, and I couldn't get it to work. It would crash every single time after character creation, and I had no idea what was causing it. It was driving me absolutely bonkers. And then I found out that it was actually the mod that I wanted to install that was causing it, and I was trying everything that I could to try and figure out a way to not have it be that. And, well, let's just say that I then had to disable it, because there was no other way for me to make it work, which was very, very disappointing. I mean, obviously you could probably tell that would be. Anyway, I am going to sell everything that I have here. I have 1,500 gold. 1,500, and this is what the taken action thing does, by the way. 8 hours it takes to serve as a guard in Cyrenea, and then you get 60 gold, or at least I'm getting 60 gold. Sometimes you get 60 gold, sometimes you get 45. I actually don't know what determines it, but otherwise Ransom my prisoners. That's going to get me a little bit of roguery skill. I'm actually wondering... I would like to partake in a tournament. Do you think there's a tournament around here? It's highly unlikely, but we are going to need to make a move relatively fast. I can't just dilly-dally however I want at this point. I am going to need to make a decision quite fast, because I only have a few days worth of wages in my pocket, I guess you could say, and it's going to be pretty harsh otherwise. I mean, you can see here that I do have the ability to now start, shall we say, start another escort merchant caravan mission, but I'm not sure. Do I want to do it? I guess? How much are you going to give me, sir? It's 200 as well. Okay, fine, fine. I think we'll do it. And we're traveling back into... They really know how to grind my gears, don't they? Because I was hoping that it would actually take us into Azurai territory, if I'm honest, because I personally very much enjoy and love fighting in Azurai territory. I think that the Azurai have fantastic opportunities all over the place. Their tasks are great, their villages are fantastic, and among other things. Anyway, we are going to help this dude's caravan, and let's go in here. All right. Once again, they are, of course, mounted. I don't have any mounted units. That needs to change as well. Gonna tell my forces just to charge straight on in. We're gonna do a little bit of a charge here ourselves. Maybe I'm gonna be able to do something against this. Yes, nice. That was some good damage. Bear in mind that I'm not really getting a huge amount of polearm skill at the moment because, I mean, I really don't have any focus points in it at all. So that's probably the reason why we're not really getting too many skill points in that. But all I really care about at this point is achieving victory. Achieving victory is pretty much the only thing that we really need to trouble ourselves with, and if I can do a little bit of damage here and there, and maybe even eliminate someone every now and again, then I'm going to be very pleased. And it seems like we're not losing too many units ourselves, thankfully. Nice damage. Yes, Kurt. Ooh, you're getting used to it, Kurt, aren't you? Yes, yes, indeed. It's been a while since I've used a polearm, so especially a thrusting one, because generally, you know, if you've seen other series of mine, you'll know that I very much love using slashing polearms. I think slashing polearms are some of the most fun you can have, apart from thrown weapons, of course, and that is obviously something to check out yourself. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend trying that out yourself. These slashing polearms that you can get, for example, the Manavlions from the Empire territories, they're actually pretty cheap, all things considered, but they are so effective. It's really quite frightening how effective they can be. Anyway, talking about frightening, I'm actually almost bankrupt again, and oh, there's a tournament. Okay. Wait a minute. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should go in here? Do you think I should fight in this tournament? I could bet 500 gold and then 300 gold in the second round, and that is pretty much all I can do. Yep, let's go for it. Oh, there are 3 nobles. There are oh, I don't know whether I can do this, friends. I do not know whether I can do this. I have a literal 20 in one-handed, and bear in mind that this is a Khuzait town, which basically tells me everything I need to know. They're going to give me spears, and they're going to give me bows. I'm going to do it. Let's go for it. Let's live dangerously. There is an absolutely amazing mount up for grabs as well, so I'm actually kind of, well, I would like to win this, but I'm wholeheartedly assuming that that's probably not going to happen. Wait. We might actually achieve victory here. Yes. Support the Crusade Horse Archer. Why are these guys fighting against me? Shoot that guy in the back. Shoot him in the back. Why is he waiting for me? Look. Oh no, it's they're part of the same. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, that's what you get. That is what you get for ganging up on me. Okay, whew. That was hey, that was a case of mistaken identity if ever I saw one. Because I was thinking to myself, yeah, I want the archer to shoot this guy in the back, not realizing that they're from the same team. Yes, I know. Okay, well, never mind. Okay, so let's have a look here. This is not looking good. Hopefully, yes, they gave me a horse. Okay, this is actually fine. Oh, I actually hit someone? With a bow skill of 0? And again? Okay. And again? What? I have 100% accuracy with pretty much the lowest archery skill ever. But I am apparently 100% for 100. Oh, now I miss as soon as the crosshair is actually decent. That is very funny. Okay, I'm going to have to try and eliminate some of these archers because they are going to otherwise completely murder us if we are allowing them to live. Oh, it's a 3 versus 2. Okay, I was actually super worried there for a second. Yes! 2 versus 1. Can we do it? Oh no, oh no, no, still has a bow, Okay, be careful. Oh, my friend got back on his mount. Okay. Ooh. Okay. No. Stay on the right side. Can I get... Yes, a little bit of damage. Can my friend actually hit with his bow? No, he cannot, and he's been eliminated. Gonna bring out my bow. I'm gonna try and shoot him. Yes. He is salty. That guy has no idea what just happened. He is livid. I would be if I was him. Okay. Whew. All right. I have no money left. There are still 2 rounds to go. Let's do this. I have a slashing polearm. He has a slashing polearm. Ow. Ooh, this guy. Okay, he's taken out my horse. That's fine. That is not fine, though. How did he murder me? I was blocking. Okay. Well, yeah, I have no money. Oh well, never mind. Alright. I was really expecting myself to actually achieve victory there. At least to get to the final round. But yeah, I now have nothing left. I mean, I do have a couple of horses that I could potentially sell. But that is pretty much it. Yeah, okay, we're traveling to Danustica. I still have another 2 towns to stop by. Ooh, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I think I was just too excited to get a slashing polearm, to be honest. I feel like the slashing polearm is just such a fun weapon to use, but I must have literally just had my concentration taken away from that or something. I really have no idea what happened, but never mind. We are in another fight. Danustica is nearby. I might be able to earn enough morale from this fight to be able to tide us over until we get into Empire territory. That's the one thing that we can really count on, or at least try to count on here. And wow, I'm reeling from it. I'm reeling from that. And just after that amazing victory against that one vassal, and now look at what's happened. Ah, swings and roundabouts, eh? Swings and roundabouts. Okay, this is bad, actually. This is really, really bad. Don't know whether you notice why, but I think it's pretty obvious. The enemy is pretty numerous in their horse archer population. They also have a large amount of polearm users. And both of them are capable of dealing massive damage to me, specifically. So let's hope that we are actually able to achieve victory. Oh, we got him. Okay, we're now at 25 riding skill, so we can now pick our first perk at the very least. But I'm more concerned with our morale situation at the moment. Our morale situation and obviously our money situation. Because I did have a decent amount. I had, what was it? Oh, well, I only had 800, I suppose. 800's not really breaking the bank in any way, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice to have that. I guess that's what happens, you know? That is the nature of gambling, after all. Even if you're betting on yourself, you can't always assume that a victory will be gained, I guess. Anyway, there you go. We actually did achieve victory. I'm getting a small amount of the loot. I actually would like more of that, but I suppose we're just not really doing as much as we possibly could. We did get a new horse, however. We got a new horse, a new harness, pretty nice, and we can now move on. Okay. Right. Okay, so I still have 0 money, but Danustica is within throwing distance, and we are still losing a little bit of morale, but that's not so bad. Oh, that was the end. Okay, that was actually the end of the quest, which is perfect. And that means that I can now sell all of this stuff. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell everything, 430. Ooh, I really wish there was a tournament going on in some place that wasn't a Khuzait town. If that was the case, I would be in a really nice position, but unfortunately, no. No, not getting lucky there. Anyway, we're going to increase maneuvering. That sounds pretty fun to me. And otherwise, we're going to also be increasing our riding skill focus point once again. I don't have any attribute points, as you can see. So, yeah, we're not going to be spending any of those at the moment. All right, so now I'm actually wondering, do we chance going over to more Empire towns to possibly partake in tournaments? I mean, if I had achieved victory in that one, we would have been in a fantastic position, an absolutely amazing position. But obviously, we can't say anything about that now because, well, it was ending in failure. But yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. Okay, let's just try and recruit more units. Generally, what I would like to do is just get a full army or a near full army at least, and well. Is that even worth it? It's probably not even worth it because I'm then going to have so much cost in terms of troop wages that it will probably not be even worth that. Oh, hello there. Okay, there's a tournament going on, but unfortunately... Oh, no. Okay, I have some prisoners to ransom. Right. Okay, so I could do a tournament here, and I could bet 500 gold, and that is pretty much it. I think There are no nobles. Okay, there are no nobles here. I should be able to achieve victory, but this is very much... I mean, this is very much in my favor. I mean, let's just face it. You know, this is very much in my favor because generally I have a decent... Well, not a decent proficiency in one-handed, but I have a much higher proficiency in one-handed than I do in anything else. So... Can this guy please hit? Whew, okay. I don't know what I don't know what's going on with these rounds. They are way too close. Okay, here we go. Imperial Sergeant. Oh no. They're using thrown weapons as well. I'd love to be able to use some of these. Yes. Yes. They're focusing me and then my friend is able to finish them off. That's what we like. Alright, so I have no more money. And it is now time for the penultimate round. Well, this should be relatively simple because he's probably not assuming that I'm going to be any good. Right? Yeah. As you can see. He completely overestimated his ability there. But now I am up against the final boss, which is the Imperial Legionary. Of course, an Imperial Legionary being one of the best units that the Empire has. And there we are. Not too bad. That actually went a lot better. Anyway, there you go. 5,100 gold. And we also gained some wonderful gloves / braces. Not entirely sure if we're going to be using them. But if we don't use them, then I can always sell them on and hopefully get a decent amount for them. Yeah, we actually can sell them. They are... oh, actually, you know what? I think I might use them because they are lighter than my other gloves. And my other gloves sell for more. So that seems like a pretty decent thing to do. So that's exactly what we will do. 746 for that. Nice. Okay, so do we... No, well, we don't have any other tasks here. But yeah, we are definitely going to be moving on. And I would like to fight a couple of bandits, if at all possible. What about these guys? I need some... Well, technically I need some more horses. So that we can run around a little bit faster. Okay, I'm just going to do an auto-resolve here. And... Empire Peasants. Do they actually level up into anything? They do level up into Imperial Recruits, but I don't see the point in taking them when I can just recruit actual recruits. Alright, here we go. This is our first, well, proper, I suppose you could call it a proper battle. I mean, generally it is against bandits once again, but it is very much a case of, well, we actually have a suitable army to tackle them. I mean, most of our forces are still recruits, but you know what I mean. We're kind of a little bit more in a position to tackle this battle rather than being in a pure desperate situation that is forcing us into the battle, you know? So it's kind of cool. It's a nice progression, shall we say. And I'm very surprised that I have not been taken prisoner. Let me not mention that. Let's not mention that because I'm going to jinx myself and then all of a sudden in the next 5 minutes I will be taken prisoner or some random thing like that is going to happen. Alright, there we go. Not too bad. We did end up losing a couple of units, but that is to be expected. I should probably head back to Stygian territory relatively soon as well, because I would very much like to start using Stygian units. Obviously, I'm not actually restricting myself by any means in the form of what kind of unit I can and cannot use. But I would like to primarily use Stygian units, if at all possible, because here's the thing. I'm going to become a mercenary with the Stygians. We're going to try and turn around our mercenary band, because obviously our previous leader deserted, because things were going badly and everything. And hopefully we'll be able to return with our heads held high, where we can say to people, ah, look, we're now slightly less pathetic. But still kind of pathetic. So yeah. Anyway, let me see if I can... let's get some sumpter horses and some mules. Why not? And this guy has something for us. Deliver the herd to Zionica. That's actually along the way, isn't it? What do you... 10 Midlands Palfreys. Okay, sure. Let's do it. Where is Zionica? Okay, that was actually a slight bit, a bit of a detour. A bit of a detour on this particular task, but that's okay, because we're going to get a little bit of cash for it. I'm going to be able to sell some of the palfreys along the way. I should have fought that band of 22 looters, actually. That probably would have made quite a lot of sense, but oh well, never mind, never mind. Let's go into the trade screen here. I actually want to sell 5 of these for almost 1,000, and then we can speak to Caster here, and there we go. Oh, wait a minute. You can't do that anymore? Did they change that? Okay, they must have changed the quest, because beforehand what you could do... okay. Beforehand, what you could do is, if you took a herd quest, you could sell half of them to some random merchant or the marketplace or whatever, and then you could go over to the guy that you needed to deliver them to, and then you could say, hey, I only have 5 of them, I lost a couple of them randomly, you know, and then he would be like, oh, okay, well, that's absolutely fine, you know, it's not great, but, you know, I'll accept the rest of what you have, and then he'd still pay you a decent fee for it. But now it seems as though there's only 2 options, which is actually kind of weird, considering I feel like this is supposed to be a bit of an RPG, and I feel like it should have multiple options, but maybe they felt it was a bit too exploitative or whatever, which in my opinion, yeah, maybe it is, but it's kind of working around everything. It's kind of being a little bit sneaky, a little bit shady, a little bit roguery-esque, and I felt like that was kind of cool in some aspects. But there you go. Okay, so he did give me 2,200, which I suppose is actually quite a significant reward, so I'm pretty happy with that actually. And we are now just going to move on. Do I have any level ups? No, I do not, but I do have a couple of looters that I can indeed sell. Gang, nope. There's just a gang quest right there. Probably not going to be taking any of those. Let's just say that. Okay, so this guy actually has a quest as well. Let's see what he's got. Train troops. Yeah, if you know me, I do not like the train troops quest. I am really bad at it, and generally, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with it. So I'm just going to leave those for the people that actually know how to do it a little better. Anyway, I'm just going to tell my forces to charge in here, and we are going to do a little bit of super fast mode, and then go straight on in and do a little bit of thrusty in the facey. It's kind of weird that I'm using a polearm, isn't it? Yeah. I should really think about getting that two-handed, but I think I probably need to do a bit of smithing to be able to do that, because two-handed weapons are kind of difficult to come across, but maybe not so difficult now that we have open source armory installed, because usually, you know, the base game without any additional items added, it's a bit difficult to find two-handed weapons, but maybe with open source armory it's going to be a little bit easier, or at least I can hope so. Ah, there is another tournament at Rote. Might be worth it. There's also an escort caravan mission. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. There are no nobles. I'm actually kind of disappointed now. I'm kind of disappointed that there aren't any nobles here. Would be pretty cool to go up against some of them, because now that I have a decent amount of cash, I am thinking to myself, hey, maybe I could actually hold my own, you know, maybe I could hold my own, because you know, the stakes of actually winning are so much less prominent that I might not be under so much pressure, you know what I mean? So that's what I was mostly thinking of right there. Anyway, this guy's got a bow, hopefully. Oh, he got shot, not in the face, but he did get shot almost in the face. Oh, it's a 1 versus 1. I really can't believe... Oh, what? How'd you get me, sir? How did you get me through the shield? Oh, well, he must have shot me on the right side of my body, the left side of his aim right there. Yeah, that probably would have done it. My shield wasn't covering my entire body after all, so yeah, can definitely blame myself for that. And now, an Imperial Legionary being the final boss once again. Is this a deja vu or what? Yeah, this guy is really... Oh. He actually got a hit on me this time. I wonder whether this is the same guy. If it's the same guy and he's getting eliminated again in the exact same manner, I have to feel sorry for him. But there you go, we got another 8,000 gold, which is really, really nice. And we also did gain a piece of torso armor. Not entirely sure if it's any good. I'm gonna assume no. Oh, it is. It is actually better than what we had. Nice. Okay, very, very pleased with that. Gonna be selling every single thing. And I'm gonna start keeping the weapons now, because I have a decent amount of cash, so I'm gonna start keeping the weapons just in case I do decide to do a little bit of smithing here and there. And I'm going to take a look at some of these villages as well, because you never know, maybe like for example this, yes, the Bandit Base quest. I love these quests. They are so incredibly rewarding, and they are definitely something that you always want to do if you can. But it's a bit of a touch and go situation, because I'm not sure if I'm actually capable of even winning these. You know, because I'm not that good in 1 versus 1 combat at the moment. So, gonna be a little tricky, potentially. Alright, there we go. Taking those 2 perks as well. And now, let's see what happens in the bandit base. I'm just gonna take 10. Gonna take 10 units in there. And we'll see what happens. Okay, oh, it's one of these. Oh, okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay. That means I can just charge my forces. And the enemy shouldn't really pose that much of a threat, but they are forest bandits, and you know forest bandits, they actually can be very, very effective. But thankfully I do have quite a few Sturgian heavy axemen, and those guys, they're pretty good, you know, they're pretty good. They're not amazing, but they are decent and much, much better than what we are most likely going to be facing a lot of the time in these bandit bases. And there we go. Alright. Now we've got the bandit leader. Do I want to do a duel with him? I think we will. I think we will, just for the fun of it. If I fail, then I fail. Alright. Very well. Forest bandit boss. Let's do this. He has an axe. Oh, okay, never mind. I was analyzing his gear. I was going to think to myself, oh yes, he has an axe, but he also has a bow. So if I do want to run away, it's probably not going to result in anything too amazing. We did get 100% of the loot, which is always nice, and we can take those prisoners to sell. There we go. And there's another 2,000 gold too. Very, very good. And I believe we are almost in Sturgian territory. Yes, we are. And Kurt has advanced in level. Okay, great. So let's see what we can do here. I'm probably going to be... I really want to increase his two-handed skill, but on the other hand, I'm thinking to myself, maybe we want to get more charm. I'm thinking more charm is probably going to be something that will be very, very useful to us. And we have to be a little bit more, shall we say, selective with what we want to level up now, because I can't just, you know, spam attribute points wherever I want, because I'm obviously not getting them every single level. But on the other hand, maybe it's going to take us longer to get to where we want to be, but I guess that's half the battle, isn't it? Anyway, two-handed, one-handed, we can use both of those with relative ease, I suppose, but yeah, we'll see. There's another tournament going on at Epicrotia. Not a big fan. Caravan Ambush. Yes. I would love to do a Caravan Ambush. These are, in my opinion, probably the better version. Let me rephrase. I was going to say the better version of the Escort Merchant Caravan quest, but that's not strictly true. The Caravan Ambush is the quick version of the escort mission. The escort mission is a lot better if you want a more extended reward in the form of experience, loot from the battles, etc., as well as, of course, the ability to run around in various areas trying to fight, you know, a wide variety of different bandits. But the ambush quest is better because it's just a one-shot. You just defend this caravan against whoever attacks, and then you're done. And that's it. But you don't really know who it's going to be. Most of the time, they're quite strong. So if you don't have a particularly good army, which I'm not entirely sure if I have that good an army, but I think we can probably hold our own. This is actually one of those battlefields that I really, really like. I love these focal point battlefields where there's a bridge or a valley, or there's only one entry point into the other section of the field. I feel like that is, in my opinion, one of the best layouts that you can experience, because you've got these kinds of situations where most of the enemy are funneled into the side that you're currently on, and they can't actually go through the water because the river, which is kind of uncommon, the river is actually deep and actually has an impact on gameplay. I know, it's crazy, right? Yeah, usually these are not, you know, this is not the case. Usually rivers are not rivers, and they're just streams or, you know, dry riverbeds or whatever the case. But I really love the fact that this particular river is actually a real one. You know, it is actually deep, and it prevents enemies from going through it. It also prevents us from going through it as well. Bear that in mind. You know, we're not immune to it, or, well, technically I think we probably could go through it if we wanted to. Shall we test it out? No, we can't. Look, look. My horse says no. And it seems like Kurt says no as well. Which is rather amusing in itself. Okay, so there you go. Nice. And we can now level up our forces too. I'm going to get some Imperial Archers, and we're going to get some Manavliatons. Ooh, an Elite Manavliaton as well. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, apart from that, there we are. And we can now gain the 800 gold that we needed. And obviously, I'm now going to level up my charm skill a little bit here and there, as well as a little bit of relation with some of the other people. And I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. We have now finally made it back to Sturgian territory. We can hold our heads high because we have turned around a failing mercenary company, and we started all the way over here. Can you imagine? Look at how far a distance we have traveled, and we literally started with pretty much zero. Yeah, we did have a couple of units, of course. You know, we had a couple of units still with us, but apart from that, we had pretty much nothing. So I feel like we've done a very, very good job so far, and I would like to try to recruit a companion. She has a cost of 4,500. Before we end this episode off here, I want to see how good these companions are. So we're going to spend 4,500. And we're going to see what kind of gear she has. Because if it's really, really good, then I will be very pleased. But if it's... well, it's quite clearly not very good. Ooh, but she has really good stats. Okay, that's the reason. That's the reason why she is so expensive. Because you can see her stats right here. 150 in one-handed, 200 in two-handed, 170 in polearms, and 110 in athletics. So she's obviously not a riding person, so we're going to remove the horse and then lock that particular slot. I'm going to need to install party screen enhancements before the next episode. And if you have any other recommendations about mods that are not too intrusive, that don't add anything or take away anything to the gameplay for this series, then by all means, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.